Hello everyone, give me a moment while I set some stuff up.
The All Creator Live Archives. Hello everyone. Please follow the YouTube guidelines. No spamming, no breaking up messages, no fighting. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new day of All Creator Live, and I am back playing more Genshin Impact. And it's the day after Christmas, so I have a whole bunch of junk food. I have all kinds of stuff actually that to keep me going for a while. And a happy Kwanzaa to everyone who celebrates it. It started today. And I guess there's really nothing left to say. We did get a new subscriber. Whoever you are, if you want me to give you a shout out, please leave a comment in the archive video below. I will definitely give you a shout out next time I stream. Alright, so the last time we played Genshin Impact, we were doing an event. And we had to wait like 2 days to continue it. Or I think 1 day, I can't remember, but it should be unlocked by now. I don't think that's the event. I think that's a daily. Yeah, this is the one. Roses and Muskets. It's not a hard event name to remember. I just keep forgetting. Alright, so we did Chapter 1 last time we did this stream, which was way back on Friday. We're going to be doing this today. Then that one probably tomorrow. And then that one the day after. Which will probably... It's probably not even unlocked yet, for all I know. Or at least... Oh, wait, no, I think these are the challenges, maybe? Yeah, it says go to challenge. Okay. Those are the challenges. Now, which one's the... I think this one's the... Yeah, these are the stories. Okay, here we go. Alright, so... Yeah, this is the next one, and... This one's not available until I complete this one, which makes sense. And same with this one. And same with that. Okay, so all of them are unlocked. And ready to go. We don't have any days to wait. So all of them are unlocked now. I could do all of them if I wanted to, but that's just a bit. I'm going to break all these up. And once I get done chapter 2, I will be working on Navia for a little bit. And, you know, after that, I'll just stop the stream. I want to take care of all of this before the new year, because next year I want to start out the year by completing a couple of the games that I still have yet to finish, like Sonic Frontiers, Super Mario RPG Remake, and that second playthrough of Star Ocean. And I would do more for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, except they still haven't put out the last DLC of the second season. I mean, no pressure. It's their game. They can take as much time as they want with it, but I thought it would be out by now. I legitimately said, I think back in, I want to say October, maybe September, I remember saying, it should be out by the end of the year, so we'll probably take care of it November or December, and it's still not here. So I was totally wrong on that estimate. It seemed like it was going to, because the second DLC for this season launched in August. So it seemed like they were going for one DLC at the beginning of the year, one DLC halfway through the year, and then one DLC at the end of the year. But nope, I guess they just didn't have enough time to. But that's not what we're going to be playing today. We're doing the second chapter of the Roses and Muskets event. And it's called Fiction and Reality Inside and Outside the Frame. Let's go ahead and set that up. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to wait until from 8 to 10, which is fine, because to be honest, I did want to talk about a couple of things. I did get a couple of gift cards, PlayStation Network gift cards for Christmas, so I'm going to be getting another game that I have. To those that are following over on Discord, you already know one of the games that I plan on streaming this year is, well, not this year, but next year. This year coming up, I mean. Infinity Strash, which came out earlier on in the year. It is a DLC exclusive over here on the west side of the gamer space of Earth. And it's something I didn't know. I asked for it for Christmas, you know. And my sister was planning to get it for me. It's just she came up to me and she was like, "Jason, I don't think it's come out yet." And I was like, "No, I remember it saying on the PlayStation Store that it's out." And yeah, it said it was on the PlayStation Store because only the digital version is available over here in the US and, you know, most parts of the West. So yeah, she got me some gift cards to get the game, and that's what I'm going to be doing. And that's one of the games I plan on playing next year, as well as a few others that are going to be coming out in the first quarter, like Sandland and the Plucky Squire. Both of those games seem really good. The Plucky Squire doesn't seem like something a lot of my typical viewers, or, you know, a lot of the regulars will watch when they come to my archive stream, but I feel like it's a really nice game to play during the stream. I like to get in a couple of quirky games that people haven't really heard of, you know, those diamonds in the rough and such, like when I did the playthrough of Death's Door earlier on this year, and Tunic the year before that. But yeah, indie games occasionally will surprise me enough to the point where I'm like, yeah, that's really cool. I definitely like that idea, so I decided to play it for the stream. And, you know, if it's not your kind of game, then that's not your kind of game. And I do appreciate those that enjoy tuning in just to, you know, talk to me, such as 4K. a lot of the games that I play 4K isn't interested in. But she still shows up. Lately she hasn't, because I get, just awkward timing. But, yeah, I do appreciate that, too. And to those watching in the archive, if you ever feel like joining the chat and hanging out with us during a live stream, I'm totally okay with talking. A friend of mine from back when I used to play World of Warcraft is a radio personality. Pirated radio, obviously. But they told me that I'd be interesting to look into, because he told me that I have that kind of personality. And I mean, it was obviously a compliment. A lot of times when people say you look like you're made for radio, they mean it as an insult. But that's if they were to see me. But because we were playing World of Warcraft, he couldn't see who I was, so I knew he didn't mean it as an insult or anything like that. But I guess I do kind of have a personality of kind of like a radio show host. It's just, I don't know crap about music. So when he recommended I try it out, I'm like, I don't know anything about music. There's no way I could get into radio. You gotta know a little bit of something about the music that you're putting up there. And I know there are a lot that do podcasts and things like that where they talk about what's going on in the world, but I will do that. I don't like doing it all the time, but if I feel like it's something that needs to be said, I'll say it. It's just the idea of doing that as a hobby does not appeal to me. And that's what I'm talking about. In all, when he does his stuff, he's doing it as a hobby. So he thought it'd be a hobby I could get into, and I'm like, no. Streaming's almost the same kind of thing, but I'm doing something that I enjoy doing, playing video games. I don't know nothing about music. I don't know nothing about politics. So the only thing I know about is gaming, and here we are. So how much longer do we got to wait before it's time? Okay, well, not that long. We got a couple of ticks to get rid of here. But yeah, as I was saying, I want to take care of these last 3 chapters this week, so it's going to be nothing but Genshin Impact this week. If you aren't a fan of the Genshin Impact, then it's alright. I'll be streaming a lot more other games at the beginning of the year. I'm not going to be streaming on New Year's Eve. I gotta work that night. But the next day, I'll be getting out of work, and, I could just have a New Year's Day stream. I know that's not popular. Every year I see so many people streaming during New Year's Eve, and it would be so cool if I could do that. But the way my schedule has always been, I can never do that. I think I've only done that once, and that was when I was unemployed. So, hey, if I ever get unemployed. No, I'm just kidding. God forbid that ever happen. That's the last thing my family needs. But, yeah. I had a really great Christmas, to anyone who was wondering. My family did a really good job of getting everybody stuff. And I did as much as I could, but I was working kind of on a shoestring budget, and I was barely eating much of anything the past 2 months. I have plenty of food now, but and I got plenty of I have plenty of sleep medication, which is good. It helps me get to bed. My sister stocked up on it because she realized I liked a certain kind that was sold at her store. She stocked up. She told me, she's like, I needed one like last month, and she was like, we don't have any in stock. And I was like, oh man. I thought maybe it was because it was popular. They didn't have any in stock because she bought it all already, and she was holding on to it for me for Christmas. But she figured, hey, I'll give him one now. It's totally fine. Yeah, I only needed one, and she had already bought all the others. It was just funny. I had my suspicions. I was like, oh, it didn't seem like this was the type of medication that people be buying so much of. And I was like, I better not say anymore. I have a feeling she bought everything for me for Christmas. It gets so funny around here during Christmas time when we're getting each other gifts and we're trying to hide them from each other and we're trying to get stuff in the stores. I think I've said this on the stream before, but the location where I'm at, we have several different stores. But here's the thing. So many of the stores are so far away, we can't get to them. So there's only like 3 different chains that we go to. And... Hey, Save! It's nice to see you again. Welcome. I'm kind of waiting for the time to roll over. Just talking about everything that happened during Christmas. So, do you celebrate Christmas? And if so, how was your Christmas? If you're still there. If you just wanted to pop in and say hi, that's totally fine too.
Exactly, but none of them believed me.
Save. I do. And it was fun.
Oh, good. That's good. I was just talking about how during the Christmas season when me and my family are shopping for each other, it's hard to hide things from each other, and we all shop at the same 3 locations, so a lot of times things will get bought up real fast, and then ironically it's the other family member who bought it, and it's pretty funny. On Christmas Day we have a lot of fun and talk about little stories like that about what we did to get certain things and stuff like that, kinds of things we had to go through. We talk about past Christmases and stuff like that. But this year was really, we did a really good job of not stepping on each other's toes, so to speak. And like the only bad thing is my nephew got sick and he threw up like close to midnight. It was sad.
There, LOL. It's so hard shopping with the whole squad.
Yeah. I remember one year we went out to do holiday shopping and I was supposed to get some chipped beef.
Oh no, that stinks.
Yeah, my poor nephew. It was alright. It was getting close to the end of the day and he's feeling fine now, but you know. I guess he ate way too much yesterday. Can't stuff it all in there, you know. But yeah, one year I was supposed to get chipped beef, and I bought all of it. And my sister like came to us later, like I couldn't get any of the chipped beef, and I was like, oh yeah, I bought the last stuff that was on the shelf. It's so funny when stuff like that happens, and convenient too, because then you don't worry so much. You're like, oh, well, at least it was someone I know that got it.
Can we play Banker next time?
But yeah, he's doing okay. He got a lot of video games, but that's to be expected. It's mostly for him, you know? It's how Christmas is. It's for the young kids. Get a whole bunch of video games. He got a lot of Switch games. He has the PS5, and we haven't gotten him many games for that, but I do want to get him Dreams and Little Big Planet 3. He has them on the PlayStation. Well, he has Little Big Planet 3 on the PS3, but their servers are gone now, so he's looking forward to it on PS4. 5, I mean.
Yep, you're right.
Exactly, but none of them believed me.
Oh wow, the lag on the... It's so funny. Over on YouTube... Oh, there it is.
Never heard of them before. I usually only play a few on Switch, LOL.
Yeah, well. They're not as widely known games as they were back in 2013 and such. It's so funny, the lag between the YouTube chat and the chat that's displayed on my OBS screen is way far behind. And my audio, what I'm hearing from text to speech, is connected to the OBS. So I'll see something posted over on YouTube. The chat's way too far away for me to read. But I'll be sitting there waiting for it to appear on OBS, and it appears like,
Exactly. But none of
I don't
them
know, I
believe
want to say 30 seconds to a minute later. It's quite a bit of a gap.
Can we play banker next time?
Yeah, I mean, it's stream lag that stinks the most. Like right there, I read that off of YouTube. Yeah, and now it just appeared on OBS. So I want to say it's like a 30-second delay. So if you post something and you're like, oh, he hasn't gotten it yet, that's why. I haven't heard it yet. Alright, so it should be time, right? 10 o'clock, right? Or so at least close to 8. No, it's 4. Fuck it, I'll just fast forward. I usually don't like fast forwarding time. Because it gives me a little bit of time to do something, like talk to chat and
It's
such.
finally time to meet up with everyone. Paimon even dreamt of making the film last night.
Alright, thanks for telling.
If Paimon remembers right, we're meeting at
Exactly.
Hotel de
But
Boer.
none of them
Let's
believe
get going.
Alright, so we're off to Hotel de Boer.
Save. Have you pulled on anyone's banner for 4.2 or 4.3? I don't know what patch we are in.
We're on 4.3.
Hey Jason, what's up?
Yo,
just
Time
rewatching the
Lords.
entire Archon quest from chapter 1 to 4.
Oh my. Wow. Well, have fun watching that. It's pretty exciting. But yep, I got Navia. I've been wanting to roll on her for so long.
Hello person.
Oh yeah, say, this is Time Lords. I don't know if you two ever met in the chat before, but yeah. He's a regular. So, but yeah, I got Navia, and I've been working on her character a bit. I don't have her in my team yet because she's really not as strong as Diluc, who I'm going to be replacing with her. But yep. I was so happy. Spent all my Prima Gems getting her.
Save. Lucky.
Yeah.
Lords. My pity is 0. I had Jean last 50/50s.
Oh no, really? Gosh, she's not even on the banner. Did you want her? Is that a bad thing or a good thing? Alright, so we gotta go to the Hotel de Boer. I think that's on the first ground floor. Right, I think it's the place where Farina lives? I can't remember. I can't remember.
Keep up.
Oh. Oh, nope, it is. It's on the, okay, it's on the second.
Keep up.
Time Lords. Last is past tense, meaning I didn't pull on this banner.
Oh, okay.
You got a guarantee now, I think.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Time Lords, you said that you wanted to try and get A. So, yeah, save. He could be waiting for A's banner. Because he says he's trying to strengthen his A. Here we go. This is the spot.
Ayaka, Yoimiya, you're already here.
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka? What were you up to yesterday?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Mermonia.
Next banner. Good luck.
I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine and to enjoy the local culture. So I rode the aqua bus with Yoimiya and visited the opera house on Aranias Island.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there! 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together! You've already seen them, right? Yeah, those two! Amazing, aren't they?
We sat and watched for quite a while. It was mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them forever.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them, too.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well, diving, to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed underwater. I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3, 2, 1, and then splash! We were beneath the waves.
Save. I'm 15 points away from a 5-star, I think, but still. I have 7 right now, so 8
At
points
first,
away.
I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like anything at all.
Alright, well, good luck, Save, when you do pull. I wish that for everyone next year. That all your pulls go as well as you plan. Or, you know... Wait, how long does this banner have till? Is it going to continue until next year? I think it will. I think it has like 10 days left. Maybe 12 days left, if I remember correctly.
Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the Romaritime flowers blossoming underwater, like little candles lighting up the streets at night.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people.
Ooh. Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beasts.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
Time Lords.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aqua bus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the waves when I went to sleep last night. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together, and I was ready to go.
Oh yeah, guys, I meant to ask, how's the stream looking? I have a lot of updates on my my nephew's PS5 is updating and downloading a lot of stuff. So it's going to take about 9 hours. I'm worried that the stream might suffer a little because of it.
Save. Looking nice.
Okay, that's good. But that could also explain why there's such a large lag between whatever it is you say on chat and when it pops up on OBS. That could be one of the downsides to the download I'm doing.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. They should be here soon. As for the others, we're here.
Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Wait, 6 miles?
I'm so tired. I heard you all chatting, so I decided to come down. I sure could use some of that endless energy everyone else has.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I may leave in like
Can
20 to
someone
30
fetch
minutes.
me a cup
I
of
have a sword I'm
coffee?
making out of
More
cardboard,
milk, hold the
and I
sugar.
kinda wanna get the base
Sure.
details over
I'd be
with.
happy to do that for you.
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. Ugh, the last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
Alrighty. It's no problem, Save. If you have to head out, then that's cool. I'm still going to be watching the story, and then after I finish up with the story, then I'm going to be doing the challenges, and then after that, I'm going to start working on Navi a little bit before I end the stream.
I skipped both Ayato and Navia.
Yeah, I did too, Time Lords, but you already know why. I really wanted Navi. Oh, wait. That's right. Didn't skip Navi. I skipped Ayato. I just wanted Navia. I mean, Ayato's great, don't get me wrong, but if I could have gotten a C1 Navia, that would have been even better.
Save. Alright, good work. The event gives a lot of primos.
Yeah, I'm not going to roll for Navia again to try and get a C1. I feel like I'd be pressing my luck if I did that, but I am really close to another 50-50. I just wanted to get it close to a 50-50 so that the next banner I pull on, I have a better chance of getting that character. I just have to wait and see, you know, which character I want. Maybe I'll pull for A, I don't know. I'll have to try and see if they can predict which banners are going to be coming out next month entirely.
How is she without another Geo character?
She's alright without another Geo character. What you mainly want to focus on with Geo characters is raising their energy so that you can pull off the burst moves.
I don't really like Ayato personally, but if you do, that's perfectly fine. Cause everyone's opinion matters.
Yeah. But, yeah.
She easily hit 150k solo, and her trial.
Yeah, so what you really want to do is you want to work on energy so that while you're attacking, you can build up your burst attack and then fire off 1 to 2 rounds. Do a nice bit amount of damage and get your what is it? Your special, the cannon fire, whatever it is, all the way up. So that's mainly what I'm focusing on with her character, is her ability to regenerate energy. Because what it is I set stuff up with Miko, and Tanari provides a lot of energy boosts when I swap to him, and then I swap from... No, wait, I start off with Tanari, then I swap over to Miko to set up her totems, and then I swap over to Navia to deliver a massive hit, and then after that I rotate again.
Main stat would be good for her then.
Yeah. And well, what is it? It's kind of the same rotation that I did with D-Luke, except there's no stats. There's no stat boost provided by elemental charges or anything like that. It's I'm mostly going for power when it gets to her character. The amount of damage that she does is mostly going to be based on how much I can save up for. Up until that point where I can use her bursts and then cannon. Plus the cannon has the benefit of continuing to go even after I swap out the character. So that's the type of bonus that D-Luke didn't have to him.
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
Oh, Yoimiya's always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or adapted.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life?
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Oh, thank you. The sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the morning.
Oh, it seems everyone has managed to arrive on time. We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film, and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers. Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave
Welcome
the
back,
rest
Save.
to you.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new members. This is our prop manager, Veronique. She'll be in charge of all the film's props and items. And this is Bonneau, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real professionals joining the crew now.
First of all, please allow me to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in the crew. When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice. Thank you. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all honored to be a part of this.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the very best director.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here, as well as the endless effort we are about to pour into it. So, without further ado, The Two Musketeers will officially begin filming now! You may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right, listen up, everyone. The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your positions.
Whoa. Seems Farina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches. All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine.
I gotta say, I laughed for a second there when I heard her say umbrella finches, because I thought it sounded more like she said, I don't want anyone lazing around like umbrella bitches. I was like, what? What's that term? I've never heard of that. Then I realized she said finches, and I was like, oh, okay.
Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Save. LOL.
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that. Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
Dang it, Paimon, we're the camera crew. We're not really supposed to be doing much of anything right now. Well, I'm the camera crew. She's the editor. Which is kind of... I feel like I should be the editor and Paimon should at least do something like the camera. I don't feel like Paimon's smart enough to be the editor.
2 Shimano's Reminiscence and 2 PC Emblem of Server Fated is good with Raiden, but 4 PC Emblem of Severed Fate is a recommended. Gilded Dreams is also useful for Hyper Blue.
Yeah, I don't pay that much attention, but I'm glad to see that you're working on your specs for A. That's good. I don't put that much attention into my character. Mostly because I don't grind that much. I mean, look at my artifacts. They're so basic. And the only interesting ones I have are a level 4, and that's not great. You know? I mean, I could start going through dungeons and getting better stuff, but I'm so lazy. Alright, so we gotta talk with a couple of people. Yoimiya and the new girl. Dang it, I forgot her name already. Just those two, actually. Let's see what the others have to say.
So this is what a musket looks like.
What the... Well, I guess she only read about them in books, so...
Not exactly.
Yeah, those aren't muskets. They're handguns. Muskets are way longer. Is she part of this, or... Oh yeah, she is.
Time Lords.
What's this?
If crit rate is 50 and crit DMG is 115.1%, then the burst will show how much DMG it will do on screen.
Well, as long as they... I mean, she's not going to hit, like, how I've seen some of these people build Navia. I'm like, damn, that'd be great if I had a character like that, but... I'm not that dedicated. As long as I can get my characters through every story event, I'm okay. There's the challenge, so I'll take care of that later. Let's talk with Yoimi. Oh wait, no, we can talk with Farina. What's she have to say?
I don't need any help here.
Obviously.
Why don't you try asking someone else?
Okay, talk with Yoimi. It's just looking at a light.
How about here?
A little more to the left.
You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. You know, doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right? Those roles are just perfect for the two of you.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack.
I guess there is some kind of coordination that has to be held between both people. Actually, we start rolling before that. The clapperboard just gets edited out at the first production. Exactly what I said in the last stream. See, I'm glad that they're following up on that, because there are a lot of people that don't understand how old-fashioned movies were made.
Time Lords. That's tough. I need to keep grinding artifacts from that domain. I can also try using the strong box for it.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything like that used up. I think I still have a whole bunch of resin. The moon resin, I have so much resin. I can never run out. I've been hoarding so much of it. But yeah, good luck with all of that, Time Lords, definitely, because I can't honestly see myself doing that. I get way too much fun out of this game from its story and the events. But I have a few friends, like, well, you know him too, Time Lords. Duke from Discord and from past streams that you've seen him in. He loves playing this game, and he goes all out when it comes to getting, when it comes to grinding for stuff like that. But me, I'm just like, meh. I'm a typical casual gamer. When it comes to games like this, I go hard on some games, but not a lot.
Oh, I see. It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there too.
Oh, on it! I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh, it's exciting to see so many people working together to bring the film to life.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right. We do have a super close bond, don't we?
Yeah, of course we do, Paimon. I just hope in the future you don't turn on me and suddenly become my worst enemy.
Time Lords.
Paimon's
Yeah, I
really
needed
happy to hear
join
that.
co-op for it now. I barely have any artifacts.
Yeah, I feel like the only time that I do go into dungeons is when somebody joins me in my world, and I help them get stuff from dungeons. A lot of times I've gone into dungeons live on my stream with other people, and I've gotten some stuff, and I've just never used it. I bet a lot of stuff that I've gotten in past streams is still sitting in my backpack. I mostly just do it to help others.
Cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.
All right, let's see what Chiori has to say.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before. She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Ah, yes. To help me really look the part.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
Are you
Dude.
saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
He's calling Ayaka old.
You sure don't mince your words.
No, she don't.
It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
Just smack his face. Shut up and let me put makeup on you. Oh, same thing. Okay. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. I wanted to go back and talk with
this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Good point.
Well, she's spot on about that. Remember,
You
this
seem to
story
know a lot,
quest
Miss
is just
Chevres.
everything stealthy.
I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
Well, I'm glad she knows a lot about guns, because I don't know jack shit about guns. Especially not muskets. They're so old. I don't know nothing about guns.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point where it feels like a natural extension of my body.
Yes, this way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon, or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate. This is the end of the road for you.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure the Genshin community memers out there will have a lot of stuff to work with when they see these cutscenes. Just have sweet little Ayaka just pointing a gun at somebody.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
So out of nowhere, she just goes over, talks to Farina. I think they're about to have a whole conversation, and then Ayaka shows up and points a gun at the screen.
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. All right, I understand. Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevres, could the two of you please come over here?
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna start filming now?
She's like, no, your brother told me he's getting a little worried that you're becoming too obsessed with guns.
Let's go see.
This is like getting a brand new friend and they're like, hey, I like guns. And you're like, oh, cool, guns are cool. And then now suddenly you're into guns with this other gun friend.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing.
Yeah, now he doesn't have to sit in the chair, get slapped in the face, and have makeup put all over his old face. His old man face. He just doesn't want to work with Chiori, that's what it is. I don't blame him. She's just out of, like, it felt like she had resentment in her heart when she was talking to him.
I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated. Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
Are you really sure?
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved. The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character, but this causes his character to overshadow that of his sister, and the theme of the two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well.
You know something I just noticed about those three characters? Ayaka, Ayato, and Chavez, they all have beauty marks. You notice that? If you look very carefully, you can see them each on their faces. I didn't even know that Ayato had a beauty mark on his face until this cutscene, just then.
But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly. Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevres.
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
All right, I'll take the role.
Good. It's decided then. I'll get started on making edits to the script. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes. I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevres. You have my gratitude.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry. Let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward to working with you.
Please, just call me Chevres.
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the Traveler. But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
Alright, go on. Spoil her some more.
Ayato! It's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Yes, I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more time to prepare.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard. Actors, to your positions. We're about to start shooting the first scene.
Go on now. And please take good care of Ayaka.
Yep, don't worry.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
All right, now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone. The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to capture how naive and innocent they are, despite their pain. Chevris will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment. Silence on the set! Lights, camera, action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Dude, Paimon, jeez. Clapperboard is not supposed to say shit. They're supposed to clap the board. It interferes with the audio and it makes the timing go off.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat, apple turnovers.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now. By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh! It's all right, don't worry. Girls, listen to me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet, but one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters.
And cut! Not bad. The actor's emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take.
I kind of like how they give me the option of what camera angle to use and such. I didn't expect them to do that, but I did kind of want to unmute it and say why I was making those choices, but it feels better if it's left a little bit vague for the people playing, or the people. For those of you who are watching this, you're obviously not going to be doing this for a walkthrough purposes, but you know, I like the idea of keeping it vague so you guys can figure out exactly why I made those establishing shots. They kind of hint to it as because you got to pay attention to what it is that's being said by the actors, and then make your choices depending on that. So if you are still doing this event, then that's the only hint that I'm really going to give you.
Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time...
What did I fucking say? Oh my god, I'm just so great at this. Yeah, Paimon. I've edited so many videos where the timing gets thrown off at the beginning of the video whenever something, like when I was doing, like from my own experience, not in the work that I do, but from my own experience when I was first editing videos doing Little Big Planet Adventures, I would do a moment where I would sync up the audio by saying, what was it? I forget what it was that I would say, but I threw my hands up in the air at the exact time when I would say it. But during one of the shoots, somebody said something at the exact same time, and it threw off the audio, because when you're looking at the shit, what is it called? The waves from the audio, that's what you pretty much go for when you're first trying to cut raw footage, or at least it used to be. I mean, they have stuff that it makes it a lot easier. Sony Vegas makes it a lot easier. But back then it was like so hard. You couldn't really zoom in or anything because the technology was not there yet. Well, it was, but I was poor. I didn't really have, I hate saying stuff like that. Like I did, like I was on the streets. I wasn't poor. I just didn't have the more fancy stuff that was available to people back then. And because of that, it kind of made it difficult for me to tell exactly where it was that I threw up my hands as to what it was that the other person was saying, because both of what we were saying was at the same wavelength, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. So I had a video on YouTube for a while. It might still be up there over on my other channel, but the audio's completely off sync because of it, and I didn't have any of the previous raw footage audio to like re-edit it and then re-upload it. So I was just like, fuck. And little things like that can throw you off so badly. So when Paimon was screaming, "Let's go!" I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Paimon? So I'm glad they addressed that. That's so funny. To somebody that works and edits videos, this entire event is really you're really gonna love it. If you enjoy editing videos as either like the work you do or as a hobby, you're really going to like this event, and I highly recommend you do it. I know there are a lot of events people are like, "Meh, it's not important," and decide to skip doing, but this one's great. I really like it so far.
Oh, got it.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevreuse?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera angles. This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Mother, we're back! Mother? What's wrong, Tulip?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother! Mother... She's...
Huh? There's poison in this cup.
Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions. Iris, we need to leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But are we just going to let them get away with this?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance!
Aw, I was a little sad. I actually wanted to do some stuff with the camera. I wonder how many people actually got that. It seemed very obvious, but I bet there are a couple people that probably messed up that part. I don't even know if you can mess up that part. Who knows? But I did kind of want to do more of that in this next scene, but oh well. I guess they figured once was enough for us to get the point.
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy? Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
Huh? Are we done already? But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard. How do you feel, Traveler? Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot! You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge. And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning. Especially after seeing the script today. Oh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have. What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice. There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Huh? Right now? But we just got done filming all day. Paimon's so tired.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
So, where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
I completely forgot that there's a whole side event where we're supposed to be looking through where we're supposed to be figuring out a murder. I just liked the whole premise of this event and the types of challenges that we had to do. But I completely forgot about the main story here, the actual criminal activities that are going on. I mean, that's typical Genshin stuff. You always have the fun little event that everybody's doing, but in reality, there's something going on in the background. This one's a bit more obvious with it. While the poetry slam event that we had to do a month or two ago had secret Sealy action that we didn't realize. Well, I mean, I kind of picked up on it, obviously, but it wasn't revealed until the very end. Right, what do we got here? Hello?
Welcome to Le Show's Clockwork Workshop. How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some special components lately.
Special components? Sorry, could you be more specific?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys, but for firearms.
Huh? For firearms? No, we don't sell those sort of things here.
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble. We are merely investigating a case, and we're hoping that you could cooperate.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what kind of components that would entail.
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual rather than on behalf of an organization?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers who buy in bulk on behalf of their organization.
Is that so? I understand. Thank you for your cooperation.
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
Alright. Oh, now we gotta go to Beermont Workshop. We did an entire editing thing about this last time, so I have to know where this is. Right down these stairs. Actually, let's go over and sit on our favorite bench for a little bit. I have to use the facilities. I will be right back. I'll leave you all with some music, and I'll be back in about 10-20 minutes.
Exactly, but none of them believed me. Exactly, but none of them believed me.
Can we play Banger next time?
Alright, I'm back.
An antique's value is in the eye of the beholder.
Alright, stand up. Continue the investigation.
You're right.
I don't even think that's my favorite bench, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright, I said that before I went on break and I was like, wait a minute, is that my favorite bench? Ooh, I don't think I've looked over here. Does this guy sell stuff? No. Ah, I was hoping maybe I could find some recipes. Aw. Old couple shopping. Yeah, right. Let's go ask her. Estelle, right?
Oh, hey, Chevris. Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop recently to order some firearm components.
Oh, is this another case? Let me think. I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some prop guns for the Fontanalia Film Festival, but I refused all of those requests.
Oh? Why's that?
Because there's no profit! I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make some new molds just for the festival.
Then, has anybody come specifically looking for mechanical components?
Well, I usually sell off my scrap to the Fleuve Cendre. I don't typically give them to one specific person.
I understand. Thanks for your cooperation.
Don't mention it. Always happy to have the Musketeers' patronage.
Seems like we haven't found any leads to go off yet.
Yeah, unfortunately. Alright, let's head to Fleuve Cendre next.
Huh? Are you sure? People might not be so thrilled to see the captain of the special patrol there.
You think so, huh? Then I guess you don't know.
Huh? Know what?
That I grew up in Fleuve Cendre.
Oh no. This quest is currently involved. The quest location is currently involved in another quest. Please check the details. Oh yeah. I hate this. Well, where is it? Oh, it has to be a daily. I guess I can view details. Yeah, their childhood. Yeah, it's a daily. I hate it when they do this with the dailies. Alright, well, let's do this daily first, I guess.
Dry
It
sheets
probably
of paper,
don't take
you can
about
make an
a
attractive and handy bookmark.
It's down here. Oh. Oh, okay. I know where. Okay. Dang it. Go to the dang teleport point. There it is. Oh, gee! There was no ladder. No steps there. Hi. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. What are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. All right, We're playing hide and seek. They're in this general location. If I was a little kid hiding, where would I be? In that box. No, wait. Could they be in the box? Usually when we do these hide and seek things, we actually have to find kids. I mean, unless they're Sealy. Oh, hello.
Smells like something good is inside.
Well, not Sealy, I mean. Dang it, what were those bubble creatures called in the summer event? Well, that's not the right... There he is. Wow, what a hiding spot. Can't find me. This spot looks so good. Oh, he still hasn't hidden yet. Why are you covering your eyes? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I guess they were competing to see which one would get found first or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying much attention if you couldn't tell. Oh, see, now this will be a good hiding spot. Well, then sit down. Jesus. There are a lot of places in this world that don't have seats anymore like they used to. It's a crying shame. It's not just a crying shame, it's downright criminal. Places should be fined if they don't offer any kind of seating for people who walk into their establishment. But a lot of places don't do that anymore. Walmart doesn't do it. A lot of grocery stores don't do it. Wait, is that... No, that's not the other kid. I was gonna say, why is he standing next to an old lady? That's not a good hiding spot.
Finally on the right path.
Oh, well, it's not a kid, but it's something I could find. Whoops, I think I'm outside the circle, yeah.
Adventuring underground is way more fun than I thought.
There's no way you could be behind the waterfall. That'd be way too sneaky for a kid to think up. Maybe it's on the top floor. Oh yeah, I forgot about that turtle. Heck, I'd even say that that would have been a good hiding spot because it's so high up from where we were. But I guess not. Huh, this other kid's way better at hiding than his friend is. So yeah, if it was a competition between the two of them, definitely pick the one kid. Wait, is that him? That is him. He was hiding in plain sight. I'm just that stupid. Not hiding. Oh, that's what it was. The one kid wanted to play hide and seek, and this kid apparently thought it was too childish. Well, he fooled me. I was expecting him to be hiding, but he just stood there in plain sight. Like, I don't care about hiding. Sometimes that's just what people do, and when What's the event called? I think it's called a Wind Chase. And it works. I've seen it work before. I mean, I've never done it, but sometimes you're just not looking for somebody that's out in the open. You're looking for someone that's hiding in a specific area. Alright, let's get back to the main story. What we were doing. Okay, well, there's someone over here. We gotta talk to a couple people. Right, we're investigating stuff.
What's all this? Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
Yes, but have a closer look, Paimon.
Hmm?
Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up, these are obviously marks from musket bullets. In other words, someone was here trying to improve their shot. They were using the barrels and bottles for target practice.
Could it have been the killer?
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fleuve Cendres own guns, few hide the fact from others. And even fewer would go to such lengths to hide markings from practice shots.
That's actually 100% true. Here's the, this is giving me creepy vibes because I'm from Maryland, in the United States. And there was an infamous case in Maryland of a father-son duo, called the Maryland Sniper. Nobody ever investigated them, but they used to practice shooting at things like bottles and wooden tanks and or wooden boxes, all kinds of different things in their backyard, just so that they could go out and commit murder later. And the way that they did it was so sneaky and you gotta look up the case. It's what they used to do is the father would park their vehicle in a parking lot and then go off to do something, whatever it was. And the son would be in the trunk with a sniper rifle, and he would shoot somebody in the parking lot, and then the father would come back, get in the car, and drive away like nothing happened, you know? And it took police a while to find these two because they were conducting investigations. Like, they were thinking that the killers were somewhere far off, you know, nowhere near the parking lot, just taking pot shots from way across the parking lot. But they didn't realize that the person was inside of a car. What gave it away was the fact that they went to the home of they were going to homes of the people that were spotted around the area, and when they went into the backyard of their house, they saw all of the practice shots that they were doing, and that's how they were able to figure out who it was. And eventually they located their car, which was seen multiple times. And, you know, it was just a case-by-case basis, like putting two and two together. Then they realized, hey, they were taking shots from the trunk of the car, all that stuff. And it was mostly because they weren't thinking and just taking flat-out practice shots in their neighborhood, in the woods somewhere, where everyone could hear them. And it was like nobody even bothered to investigate. It's so sloppy, but it took so long just because of the ingenious way that they were doing it, you know? So a lot of times, it's not that difficult to find the criminal if you're actually looking for sloppy work. So Chevrez is right, and that, when she said that, just gave me goosebumps, because I was thinking about that. For a long time, a lot of people in Maryland were just like afraid to go into parking lots or walk around in parking lots. It was something that we were talking about in high school and everything. It was crazy. Or wait a minute, was I in trade school at that time. I can't remember exactly when it happened. I know it was somewhere around the 2000s. So maybe I was in trade school. Well.
Anyway, let's go. There might be more to this.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I just start rambling. If you find my ramblings interesting, leave a comment. At least make me feel comfortable in doing it, because I feel like a lot of times when I ramble about certain things, it's like, whoop, completely lost the audience. Sometimes I like to watch a lot of streamers these days. Just have them on in the background and listen to them, and I find a lot of times when they go off on tangents or start rambling about something is when I'm actually paying attention to what it is they're doing. A lot of times when they're playing the game, I'm just like, I'm barely ever there. But when they start talking about something that's important to them, suddenly my ears perk up and I'm paying attention to what they're saying, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's interesting. So if you're one of those people that enjoys watching random people stream, that's for you. And if you want more of it, just let me know. I don't have any problems with rambling about shit. Yeah, here we go. Someone to talk to. Or
Hello, I'd like
question
to ask some questions.
is the word.
I don't know anything.
Oh, of course.
Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest anybody.
You say that now.
It's the truth. Here, take this as my guarantee.
Wait. Did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw?
Just bribing.
Is the captain of the special patrol bribing a citizen?
Shut up, Paimon.
Seems you're different from the other guards. What do you want to know?
Have you heard anything related to muskets in Fleuve Cendre lately? Anything at all?
Muskets, huh? All I know is that about 2 weeks ago, we started hearing some loud noises at night. So loud that it's been waking me up.
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's hard to tell around here.
Slipper another
Someone's
bill.
house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere. It's all the same.
True.
But the noises I'm talking about definitely happened after I fell asleep.
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember clearly.
Is it that you don't remember, or that you need to think about it some more?
You tell me.
Then please, think about it some more.
Just a little more.
She's giving her even more.
I didn't see anything. Maybe she's just out some pate du fruit. I didn't see anything, Paimon.
The noises came from the end of the southern waterway. I came out and had a look for myself and I wasn't sleeping well, but I didn't dare get too close. That's all I know.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Thanks for the pâte de fruits.
No need to be surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to get people around here to talk.
What talk? I want some pate du fruit too. Give me some, or else I'm not helping. You got money to throw around now. I know that for sure. So I'm not helping unless you give me some. She don't need my help. A lot of times stuff like that is frowned upon in law enforcement because it makes criminals uncooperative. You know, they'll be like that. Like how Traveler right here is saying, I want some pate du fruit. That would be how criminals would work. They would become uncooperative, and they'd only become cooperative if the right price was paid, and that prevents people from actually investigating even further. So yeah, I can see why law enforcement frowns upon such behavior in their men or women, you know, in uniform. And It makes sense because eventually you're going to get those criminals that don't want money and they don't want anything that you can give them. They're going to want something even more. So I guess it's really a case-by-case basis who it is you bribe when it comes to doing stuff like this. But it can get out of control, and I do see why it is something that is very much frowned upon.
Seems you catch on pretty quick. Now then, let's keep going.
Well, I think the stream might have ended. The server just disconnected. I don't know what that has to do with something, but is the stream still going? I don't like that. It looks like the stream's still functioning perfectly fine, but as you can see, there's something going on with the game. Alright, so it's bound to pick us up right where it left off, but there might be some maintenance going on. Which is weird, because they didn't even give me any kind of warning. So I'm wondering if maybe this is just something to do with my internet connection. It looks like it's functioning fine. I'm looking at the router right now, and everything's blinking wait. Yeah, everything's blinking perfectly fine. And I'm looking over at the stream, and everything's fine over there. Yeah, it says network error. Alright, let's get out of here. Sorry about that, everyone. Alright, well, I might have to just end the stream. Let's go back into the game and see if it's something that can be fixed with a restart. I don't know what, this isn't their usual maintenance time either, so if it's something to do with maintenance, it has to be some kind of emergency thing. This is the first time this has happened on the stream. I'm sorry, everyone. Yeah, it looks like there's something going on with the stream. Failed to connect to the server. Oh, goodness. Alright. Well, that does it for another day of All Creator Live. I'm sorry this stream was so short. I guess we'll pick up on the rest of it next time I play, and I guess we'll do the other chapter 2 while we're at it. So next stream's gonna be a lot longer than this one. I'm very sorry. Sometimes in life there are things that happen that you can't help, so yeah. But I want to thank Save, and I want to thank Time Lords for hanging out over on YouTube. It was really good seeing you guys. And to everyone in the archives, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, then maybe you want to do so. We have a really great community. I have a Discord also. The link to the Discord is located over on the description, either on Twitch or on YouTube. I'm not going to be getting to bed. It's a little bit too early. I could have streamed for another 2 hours if this hadn't happened, but you know, things happen. I don't know. Should I play something else? No, I'm not really in the mood to play anything else, to be honest. And if I was to start up something else, it would probably run on for too long, and I'd end up losing sleep, which I don't want to do. Anything else I have to add before I go? No, I can't really think of anything. Just a little upset that this happened. But what can you do? At least next stream was bound to be a lot longer. I guess I'll see you all later. And if you're wondering what it is I'm going to be streaming again, you can always check that out over on the over in the community tab on my YouTube channel. I always post something every day to let everyone know when it is that I'm going to be streaming, which is typically going to be the same day, you know. I hope all of those out there celebrating Kwanzaa are having a great Kwanzaa. And I hope everyone that celebrated Christmas yesterday had a really great Christmas. I will talk to you later, everybody. Have a great day, great night, depending on where you live. I'm gonna go. Bye.
everyone. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the short stream.